Hello everyone. 2025 brings much needed optimism as inflation continues to steadily cool and new multifamily delivers see a much needed slowdown. This is generally a positive outlook for the multifamily sector in 2025, but as always, each market will follow its own trajectory. To kick off the year, today we will highlight our 2025 National Multifamily Investment Forecast book, which will be released in Las Vegas at the NMHC annual meeting. As I've had conversations with investors on the economy, many of their opinions are muddled by the uncertain capital markets environment and the higher 10-year treasury cost. Overall, the economy is very strong. In 2024, real GDP grew by an estimated 2.7%, while the employment market remained resilient and consumer spending proved to be very durable. Although it looks like the prospect of a soft landing may actually happen, the economy could heat back up with the extension of the Tax Cuts and Jobs Act. The country is also expected to add another 1.8 million jobs in 2025, proving how solid the labor market is expected to stay. In 2025, multifamily will be one of the most sought-after investments for private investors and institutions. Multifamily fundamentals end 2024 strong, with the overall U.S. average vacancy rate falling by 60 basis points despite a record number of apartment deliveries nationwide. Renter demand will also continue to strengthen over the long term. Household formation will continue to grow, and single-family ownership market proves challenging to prospective homebuyers. Let's take a deeper look at the forces shaping the multifamily industry's positive outlook. New unit deliveries in 2025 will be down from a record year in 2024, where we delivered 589,000 new units. The number of new units set to be delivered in 2025 is down to 410,000. This should provide some much needed breathing room to many markets who saw an all-time high in deliveries over the last few years, especially those in the Mountain West and Sun Belt. We should start to see vacancy levels fall as deliveries continue their slowdown process. Household formation should remain positive in 2025. Tailwinds will be sustained by improving consumer sentiment, continued job creation, and steady wage gains. The cost to purchase a single-family home has increased by 4% last year in 2024. As you read the headlines in various articles from around the country, the demand seems to not be slowing down. When you pair the demand with the cost of debt, prospective homebuyers now need to earn more than $110,000 a year to afford a median-priced home in nearly half the country. This will continue to drive pent-up demand for housing to apartments and will allow rents to climb modestly in 2025. First off, capital will be a lot less patient in 2025. Many investors have been on the sideline and waiting to deploy capital into the marketplace. Looking forward, many investors need to find a home for their capital in order to avoid facing withdrawals. Second, capital is not only focused on the Sun Belt. Capital has started to shift northward into the Northeast and into the Midwest as it starts to gain traction. The northern markets have delivered less units, resulting in tighter vacancy and modest rent growth. Last, new construction will continue to be challenging to build. When considering new construction, the high cost of capital and building materials paired with potential labor shortages will continue to put pressure on those exploring viable new projects. As a part of the investment forecast book, we always rank the top 50 markets based on a list of factors. Rankings are based on a collection of 12-month forward-looking economic indicators and supply and demand variables. Markets are ranked based on their cumulative weighted average scores for various indicators, including projected job growth, vacancy, construction, housing affordability, rents, household growth, and the size of the renter pool. Please keep in mind, this is the 12-month snapshot. This is not designed to predict the performance of individual investments or markets. Coming in at number one is Miami, Florida. Miami is a magnet for new jobs, adding over 124,000 jobs since early 2022. Miami continues to deliver new units at a record pace, and absorption has moved in lockstep, maintaining a sub 5% vacancy level. Miami continues to outperform on rent growth and will finish the year with a projected 3.6% growth, ranking among the top 10 markets for 2025. Dallas-Fort Worth, a market loved by many, comes in at number 2 for 2025. Strong employment growth and new construction starts keep Dallas-Fort Worth toward the top of the list for 2025. As I wish I could cover many markets, there's one last one I wanted to point out. Orlando makes the biggest jump of any market in the rankings, jumping from the number 30 spot in 2024 all the way up to the number 3 spot in 2025. Orlando's strength is bolstered by the high-income household growth projected for 2025. Investors are also drawn to Orlando for higher investment yields and also the growing cash flow. In 2025, vacancy is projected to decrease by 20 basis points and rents could increase by up to 4.5% over the year. As you and your team look to make sound investment decisions over the next 12 months, please reach out to either myself or your local Marcus & Millichap investment advisor for a copy of our 2025 National Investment Forecast book.